Best ways to make her miss you. Before we start, yo, check the link in the top right. She's on your mind all the time, but are you on her mind? Well, you may not know now, but here's how to make a girl think about you. We've all seen someone on the bus that we thought was beautiful. Of course, the minute you've seen them, you've already fallen in love, but thought's not your concern. Your main concern is how to make a girl think about you. Regardless, if you know her or not, having someone think about you all the time is a great feeling. Having her think about you has its perks. Once you have yourself in her mind, making the next move won't be so hard. How to make a girl think about you. Now don't freak out. Of course, you just don't want her to think about you and thoughts it. Once you're in her mind, you can work towards getting to know her and asking her out. You should have a goal in mind of where you'd like this to go. If you don't have a goal, she'll just be wasting her thoughts on you, and there's no point in even bothering then. If you want to date her, you're going to have to get her to think about you. Wondering how to do that? Keep reading. Follow these steps on how to make a girl think about you and you'll be stuck in her mind. 1. Have the goal in mind. If this is just for your own ego, then don't bother doing this. Come on, man. You can't play with people like that. If you like her and you want to date her, then thought's your goal. Figure out where you'd like this to go and then work towards it. If it's asking her out on a date, then you will be keeping that in mind when you're talking to her. 2. Don't always be there. If you want her to think about you, you can't always be there. Really, don't always be there. I know you think that by being there, no other guy will be able to squeeze in, but if you're always there, you look desperate. And trust me, desperation never won the heart of a girl. So, give her some space, so she can start to think about you. If not, you'll just suffocate the thoughts right out of her. 3. Go slow. You in a rush, I know. You want her to think about you, and the next day you ask her out and then the day after that you start dating. I know how it works. But the reality is, if you want her to think about you, you need to go slow. It's like making a stew. Yeah, you can cook it quickly, but the true flavors rise over time. You need to build the tension between you two and that takes time. 4. Easy with the texting. I'm fully aware that texting is how we all communicate, but there's a point where it becomes too much. Remember what I said before, if you're always there then you won't give her any time to think about you. This is the mistake so many people make. Let a conversation die naturally over text. Don't text her every 5 minutes. Let her breathe. She can't miss you if you're always there. 5. Don't follow the routine. If you typically text each other at night, switch the routine up. People like spontaneity, and doing things out of the routine will make her think about you. Why? Because you're breaking the pattern that you've developed with her. She usually knows when you go to work or when you're going to text her. By not sticking to the routine, you keep her on her toes, and you on her mind. 6. Surprise her. Okay, you don't need to take her on a romantic picnic or lay under the stars. Of course, you can do that if you want to, but it's not necessary. Surprises don't need to be big and fancy, they just need to have some effort put into them. Surprise her with a book she really likes or something that reminded you of her. 7. Don't get too mushy. I know you like her a lot, and there's no problem showing her how you feel. But if you want to know how to make a girl think about you, you will want to keep your emotions a little low-key in the beginning. For me, it sucks because I'm emotional and I like to express my feelings when I like someone, but sometimes this can be seen as looking desperate. So, rather than looking like you're head over heels in love, be a little reserved with your feelings in the beginning. 8. Desire comes from a sense of uncertainty. When you manage to get yourself into the head of a girl, it's because you rattled her mind a little bit, you took her off her routine. This is essentially what makes her think about you. You've made yourself different from the other guys, and you present to her a side of mystery that the others don't show. 9. Compliment her the right way. There is a right and wrong way when it comes to compliments. The wrong way is calling her sexy bitch or juicy ass. I mean, come on, there are better ways to compliment a woman, honestly. If you treat her like she's a piece of meat, you're not going to get far. But if you compliment her in a way that shows respect, those words will stick in her mind. 10. You are still your first priority. When we like someone, we tend to throw in everything we have to get them to like us back. This is the wrong way to go about it. Regardless of who the person is that you like, make sure that you don't make them a priority over yourself. This will provide you with some boundaries, but also make her think about you because it gives off the impression that you're a challenge. 11. Know your boundaries. Like I said before, boundaries are crucial. If your goal is to be her friend, then ignore this step. But if you have feelings for her, you need to know where your boundaries are. Yes, you can show friendship, but she also needs to see that you're not interested in being just her friend. You don't want to be considered like her brother, you want to be considered as an option. 12. Flirt. If you want her to think about you when you're not there, then flirt with her. This will do a couple of things. First, it'll build the sexual tension between you, and secondly, it'll get her to replay your conversations in her head. By replaying these flirtatious conversations, you're already in her head. Thoughts what you wanted, right? If you want to know how to make a girl think about you, just follow the tips above. In no time at all, you'll have her thinking about you all day. I am pretty sure you have followed the lines of pickup artists etc. in the past. And these lines sometimes might work, but more often they won't. You know why? You don't feel authentic while telling them. And women can literally smell this. So the biggest disadvantage of our regular lines and tricks is, they don't make women obsessed and literally enslave them in a positive way. But no problem, if you want to learn how to become a high-status man that naturally says the right things and use the deadliest pickup line in an authentic way to make the women obsessed for you, just click the link at the end of the video, put in your email and Jason will send you the masterclass video for free. Don't know how long it will be available,